Oh my god, I had this puppy out today. It's going to be a lot of fun right now. I've noticed a little run around the garden, which any of my regular subscribers may have seen that video already. I was going to wait until after I posted this one, but I just had to show it. Well, I've not. You can really see from the run, but these 14mm hex adapters that are for an Emax. I don't know if the little aluminium collets that I put inside are worn, or this is just as good as it's gonna get, but this is not good enough. So I may go back to the old tyres that I had on it. It has got a lot of grunt, not a lot of speed, but not a lot of grunt. But having said that, it is a 2-speed gearbox, and I didn't wire up the 2-speed, the switcher for the servo, for the. Yeah, I didn't. It was only in one gear, so I don't know what gear that was in. It could have been high or the low gear, who knows? But this thing was a lot of fun. Now, I may do a couple more little runs with it as a monster truck, but it's not staying as a monster truck unless I can get a lighter body for it. It does need a much lighter body because it's just top heavy, same as that thing, and that's working as well. I'll come to that in a minute. But as you can see, this thing has a fair of 4 wheels in contact there. It has a lot of flex. I did push a wheelie bin around the garden, and one of them like incinerators that's not on wheels, and I managed to nearly push that over. So this thing has grunt. The 35 kilo servo worked a treat. I did run it on a 3S, which is in there, the Venom 3S. Like I say, a lot of fun, but it is very wibbly wobbly. But I do, like I say in the last video, I do plan on making a fiberglass version of this shell, because as you can see, I've noticed it has a new crack. It's really coming out. Yeah, it goes across and up where I've glued it together. It's not falling apart, but if I ever rolled this on its roof, it would, as I mentioned in the previous video. This thing, oh my god. I'm going to go get the other chassis down in a moment, but I worried about dropping to a single speed with this. I shouldn't have worried, because this motor and gearbox combo, it was doing wheelies, it was pulling wheelies, and I've got some adjustment to make on this for the punch and stuff, but as you can see, right now, the motor, because on the original car the motor goes to the back, it now faces the front, pointing backwards. I flipped the motor, so I've had to reverse the servo on here so that it runs the other way around, but then that's confused the lights, so when it's going forward, the reversing lights run. Not a big deal, just disconnect the reversing lights. I could run them to an auxiliary. This Dumbo RC receiver has quite a few connections, so I can switch them from remote, so not a big deal. But I powered the lights. They are... this camera is not doing them justice. I've got them both working now. I'll tell you what. It's about 10 foot across my room, and yeah, I reckon the light shines further than that. That's going to be plenty bright enough on the trails. Yes, I'm coming to that little puppy in a minute. So yeah, this is working. I'll get a running video of this maybe later on. It's absolutely slinging it down with rain right now, even though it's waterproof. I'm not, and I don't want it full of mud, because it's running a set of slash rims at the minute for testing. So yeah, right, anyway, I'm going to go get the other bits on to show you, and we'll come back to this. Actually, we haven't finished with this yet. Something else I want to... But you could just turn it on and off. Right, there was some niggling going on with this. The wiring was a nightmare. I've already broken my snorkel. Sorry, Kenny, if you're watching this. That's ourselves, by the way. He sent me he has this exact model, and he's done a lot of videos. And I had a snorkel. I'm like, where'd you get it? So the lovely bloke, he sent me one. Right. So the gearbox is here, it's like bang in the middle. The motor is there. The motor used to be in this corner here, and as you can see, the switch is there. Now I've fastened it with Velcro so that I can still get to it. I can still get to it when at some point I need to plug it in and set the motor up properly. So yeah, it does actually. I asked in the last video, should I raise it up a little bit, but I've shaved so much weight from this puppy by stripping out all the gearbox that it now actually sits lighter. It sits higher. Anyway, I'm gonna go get the other bits and bats on to show you, and see you in a moment. Right, so size comparison time. This is a Tamiya Blackfoot. We all know what one of these looks like. If you've all seen one in real life, there's a size difference. That's a 13-inch wheelbase, a 610. Is it 12? Anyway, and as you can see, that is quite a bit, quite a bit shorter. So yeah, there is a fair size difference between 1/12, 1/10, 1/6. When you have, like, I have 3 or 4 of these sized RCs now, so that take up a lot of space. So yeah, there we go. So let's just swap these two around. I mean, come on, look at that. Right, now this one, I've had some new subscribers since sort of January. So this one, if you haven't seen this one, this is I'm calling it an S610, but it isn't actually. Oh, that bit is S610, the chassis rails, and that is the only bit. It's Maverick Scout or Red Cat Everest 10 axles, all aftermarket aluminium, everything. You can buy these chassis now. I built this chassis, but now you can buy them by companies like Enduro and stuff, just exactly like this. But I built this quite a while ago now. This thing has never actually seen the dirt. The axles have in a previous life, but I built this, and then on its debut, it didn't work. The ESC failed on me. We've got Hobbywing 1080 Gen 2 now, so, and a Holmes Power Sport motor. So hopefully now I've got a nice 3S battery. I'll take this puppy out and give it a go. I mean, when I first got these, all these links were binding and that, but I managed to, it's very plush, even though it's only actually technically on, oh no, it's on Emax shocks, that's why it feels better. So yeah, it's got a nice plush feel to it, so in a bit of slow-mo that should bounce around nicely. It's got all 4 headlights working, the light bar. So yeah, hopefully we'll get this out and running. Right, I'll show you what I actually did this video to show you now. I had that out today, so that was a bit of a shock result. Right, so a little bit of backstory. The axles, the links, the gearbox, the wheels, these are all from the Land Rover. This is what it came with originally. As I've upgraded the parts, I've got this pile of parts building up. So these chassis rails were originally made for that, but as it got heavier, I started to tweak the chassis rails to fit properly and snapped them. I've done a bodge up repair, so I do plan on, you can get this like really light, low temperature weld. I'm going to fix these chassis rails. Now originally I was going to use this chassis under my Proline Baja shell, which is done up as a sand scorcher. It's currently on my Emax. I was going to extend the Emax to go under this body shell, which it has been under before and I loved it. But building this chassis up in this size has given me, you know when you just put something on top of something else just to hold it for you. Well, I did that and I was like, oh. It's a bit of tweaking because these pieces are only temporary. I can move them anywhere I want and make the wheelbase anything I want at the moment. The drive shafts are long enough. Do I leave that on there? Don't know. Now, I originally dug this out. This has been in the shed for like years. As you can see, it's broken and scratched and battered everywhere. It's literally just held together with duct tape and tin foil. Now then, do I A? This is my quandary. I've got 3 cars. I could put this body on. I could leave it on that and make it some sort of like a hillbilly truck that's battered. I could put it on that and leave it a monster truck. But then the wheels are giving me this malarkey, so... Or I could put it back on an extended Emax and put these wheels back on it. So my only real choice is, do I go with the Emax or do I put it on this? But yeah, so all I need to do on this one now is plumb in a servo, because these are on chassis mounted steering for these axles. They're not axle mounted servo, so I'd have to make something to sit the servo on there, because it's just too big a gap from there to there. So once I've worked that out, that's a working chassis, literally just needs electronics. So that's it, that's where we are. Yeah, been a momentous day. I've been off work. I've got something wrong with my neck, so I've been off work. So I'm gonna have to go back to work soon. I've been off too long, so I'm desperately trying to get all these projects finished before I have to go back to work, because I just won't have the time. I've been nibbling away at these for about 4 or 5 weeks now, just doing a little bit here, a little bit there. When my neck started to hurt, sit down, watch some telly, I've got to bed for a bit. But as my neck started to ease, I've got more and more done. So now, as I mentioned the other day, I'll do another video for that, but I spent quite a big chunk of my RC money on other things, and a lot of them blew up in my face. So I'll mention them in the next video. I'll just 1 minute. One fail I'll mention is I have some Action Men. I would planned on getting some decent clothes and dressing one that looked like me to sit in the truck. Fail number 1, some of the clothes were no good. I bought a little red hoodie that didn't fit. It's like you put it on your gear stick in your car. I thought it might fit an Action Man. No. So that was some money wasted. I bought some trainers, which looked like a pair of my trainers, and when they came, they are Barbie trainers. I just figured Barbie and Action Man were about the same size. Barbie was the tiny feet, so they look just like the trainers I'm wearing, but they're not big enough. So that's the hoodie. So I wasted money on them. Could have bought RC stuff for that. I bought him some jeans that look very much like... I'm wearing my brown khaki ones today, but I've got some jeans that are exactly like this. They've even got the little red tag and stuff. These are awesome. Now, these weren't a fail. And I bought them some boots. But here's the rub. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in the car. So if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have bought him any king clothes. So there we go. That's fail number 1. I bought... you can get metal cases for your G-Shock watches. I bought one. It's a cheap enough, so it didn't fit. I bought some Hot Wheels that we're going to make little Blackfoot replicas out of. They don't work. They're different scales. So yeah. So I got 200 quid for Christmas, and I wasted half of it on crap. And I really need some new shocks for this, and another servo, and loads of little bits. So it would come to just about 100 quid. Yeah, so there you go. I'll do another video about the Hot Wheels. I don't know if I mentioned this one actually. I've got a little sand scorcher that I'm going to paint up. So yeah, I've got quite a few little Tamiya replicas to make now. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. The next video you will see will be a running video for the Land Rover. My dog's a messy dog. She's not very well at the minute, so she's not been pestering me like she normally does. It's been quiet. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. More soon. Bye.